Hello everyone, it's Patrick Oponse Tremensa, 24 years of age from Ghana. I heard about SWAL not even a year ago. Yeah, that was July 2016, and I heard about it through Facebook, social media. Yeah, I liked the page, and I sent a message, and the CEO responded, and we had a chat about the vision of the group and what intends to do for singles. And I liked it. I bought into the idea, and I felt what I told them I want to join. I want to be part of this wonderful group. Personally, I think SWAL has been a powerful group towards me. Looking at me knowing my love what language, words of affirmation, quality time. It's something I never knew, and also temperament, knowing how to treat people well. Personally, that's what I've learned, how to treat people differently, because you get to know everyone is different and they have to be treated in a different way, which is very powerful. Yeah, which is very powerful. Knowing all this, it takes you far. Even when you have to have a partner, even children in your life, this my child is different from this guy is different from this girl, and it helps a lot. And also talking about my personal life, how am I building it before marriage? It's helping a lot. um, Financially, you have to be upright. Personal hygiene, you have to be upright. Even the food you take in, your health wise, all this I've got to know that this is how I have to do things. This is how I have to do it. I don't have to wait for me to have millions before I even say I want to marry. The little life is built what little what way. And I think Swahili has taught me all this, and it's very powerful. As an individual, even as a supervisor, let me say coordinator in SWAL, it has been a very great blessing to me, and I appreciate joining this group. It's been wonderful. You see, I said earlier on, it has taught me so many things, so many great things. Looking at from my spiritual life, my emotional life, social life, and all that. It has been very wonderful to me. You see, when you can't control your temper as an individual, and when you can't seem to tolerate people, even at the highest level, you see, we have so many rules, and people can't breaking them. Sometimes you can't just jump on them. You just have to go in one of the calmest approach, and it's lovely. It's really lovely. When I joined first, like I see people do that, and I love it because it's really great seeing people use those approach. First, I would like to go with the fierce approach, but it's not necessary, and it's one thing I appreciate. It's one thing I appreciate, and I think it's been wonderful in my life, because talking about, I always dwell on it, temperament. You know people when you know people are different. You come to appreciate that, and I think it's a wonderful thing in my life. It's something I appreciate a lot. So we get to know, you have to set boundaries where you have to know even a time to pick phone call is different. You have to be able to set boundaries for yourself. There are people you don't allow in your life, and all these have been powerful. It's helping me a lot. It's doing great things for me, and I know it will take me far. Looking at the fact that I have to know my purpose and know that of my partner and how to blend them is something which is going to help me and will take me a long way, because it's something I have and can't be taken from me. The late Dr. Mansmo said something. He said when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. You see, when you don't know your purpose, when you don't know why you are living on earth, why you live. You see, people can abuse you, people can toss you anyhow. They can deal with you in whatever way that they want to, because you yourself, you don't know what you live for. You don't know why you are even existing. And it's a very delicate issue if you don't know that, and you have to go into, say you want to be with someone else. Yourself, you can't handle yourself. How can you handle when you are together? It's kind of dicey. And this is something similar with their life is teaching, and is actually trying to bring out in people. We believe everybody has a purpose, and people have to come to that realization. The greatest strategy isn't death, a life without a purpose. What is your purpose? If you don't have a purpose, it's not worth living. It's not worth living. You have to have a life, and that is what single with a life is about. You have to make it an effort to say, I want to have a life. And having a life is what achieving what your purpose in life. Without that, you don't have a life. SWAL is a beautiful group, single with a life. Yeah, just imagine a single having a life. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't like to marry and have nothing. I don't know what that will end me. I don't know how that will take me far. And to my ladies mostly, there is a thing about life that is beyond marriage. There is a thing. Marriage is a wonderful thing, but there is another aspect which is beyond marriage. Nobody is saying you shouldn't marry, but you can't marry and you have to be a burden to your husband. Let me put it that way. You can't marry and it's like without your husband, you have no life. No, you should have a life as an individual. You should have a life and you should love yourself. You should love what you have and what you do. And you shouldn't boast with what your husband can do, what your husband will be able to do, but what you can do yourself as an individual. And I think that is what single with a life is about. If you take your life away from that of your husband, what do you have? How can you stand on your own if you take your life away as an individual? That is what we are talking about. You see, your purpose is very necessary here. It's something you have to appreciate. This is what I'm born for. I am going for it. And you should look for a husband you can blend your life with. It's not just someone who is just pushing and tossing you about. When the person sits, you sit just because you have no life. See, when we say you have a life, not just because you are living, but you are living for something. And that's what singing with the life is about. That is what we are training people about. That is what we are all learning. We are all what? We are all teaching ourselves with. And it's a lovely group. Lastly, to my coordinators, we are doing a great job, and I think we can push and we can go far. Looking from the CEO, the head coordinator, the deputies, and all those down to the group coordinators. I think we've been wonderful, and we can do better. We just have to look at things, and we just have to take things from professional point of view, know where SWAL is going, catch into the vision, and we'll get there. I believe we are doing great, and with more effort and prayer, I know this is something established by God, and have God said it, and will it fail? No, I don't see it that way. I see SWAL going to places. Some of us want to be with it as far as it will be, as far as it will exist, and I know as God has said, as far as the sky is what far from what the earth, as far as what the sea or the ocean stretches, as far as it has no end. That is how far will be like. It will go far, and I'll just entreat everyone, the coordinators especially. Let's let's get it going. Let's push it as we are doing, and let's do a wonderful job. And there's one thing I always say: First Corinthians chapter 15 verse 58 says, "So we should never be weary. We should never what grow weary of the things that we do for God, for we know that our labor is never going to be in vain." And I know we'll go places. We'll go places. And thank you all for the good words and everything. We appreciate you. And I will entreat everyone to join. Just go on YouTube and search Beside I'm Single with a Life, Facebook Single with a Life, and you enjoy messages, and you can just say you want to be part, and you will be part. Love you all.